Hi guys, 18DAP here and welcome to this match preview. Hopefully this one goes ahead. It's Ipswich versus Doncaster this Saturday. Let's get the video started. Hi guys, welcome to this match preview. Ipswich versus Doncaster Rovers at Portman Road this Saturday in League One. If you're an existing subscriber, welcome back. We're at 1900 now. 100 away from the 2000. So if you are new, please click that subscribe button to get us to the 2k and so you don't miss any future content. And if this is the first video that you have seen, this is a format that we go through match previews, look at previous meetings between the two clubs, look at the current form across all competitions. I choose a Donny Rovers player to focus on and say a few little words. We look at the opponent, in this case Ipswich, a brief history, look back at honours, and then I choose my one to watch for you guys. And then me and the family have got a predictions league, so there's a little update on that at the end. And then to finish the video off, I give my score prediction for the upcoming game. But before we start this preview, if you watched back maybe 3 or 4 previews ago, me and the Black Bank joined forces and had a little giveaway, and I can now announce the winner. It is Darren Dazza Red 21. Congratulations, you are the winner of package 3, which was worth £10 plus a £10 Amazon gift card. So congratulations, thank you to you for donating, and thank you to everybody else who donated and entered the competition. It will go towards creating a decent atmosphere when we are allowed back in stadiums. So Darren, congratulations. I'm sure the Black Bank will be in touch to get your details to send that across to you. And keep an eye out for future promotions like this. Me and the Black Bank will want to join forces once again and bring some stuff to you guys. So once again, congratulations, Dazared 21. Well done for winning. So moving on to the match preview, we start with previous meetings, and Ipswich and Donny have only faced off 18 times in our history. Ipswich edging it slightly. 5 wins for the Rovers, 8 wins for Ipswich, and then we've shared the spoils on 5 occasions. Looking back at the most recent 5 games, we have to go back to the 2013-14 season, where we were both in the dizzy heights of the Championship. It wasn't good for the Rovers. A 3-0 home defeat and a 2-1 defeat away from home. So Ipswich did the double over us that season. In 2015, we faced off in the League Cup, and once again Ipswich coming out on top, 4-1 victors. And then in the 2019-20 curtailed season, we faced each other once, and that was an away draw, 0-0. Went to that game, had a fantastic day, a fantastic club to go to, felt very welcomed, and a decent result that just come down from the Championship. Quite happy to get the 0-0 draw. But then season curtailed, didn't face them at the Keep Moat, but we did face them earlier this season when they were top of the table. They were there for the taking, and we definitely took it, winning 4-1. Fantastic performance. Are we going to pull a performance like that out again this Saturday? Who knows, but you'll get to find out what I'm thinking towards the end, so stay tuned. Current form, Rovers, not too good. So over the last 5, 1 win, 3 defeats on the bounce, and then 1 draw against Hull City last Saturday. Ipswich, slightly better but still inconsistent, with 2 wins, 2 draws and a defeat. And as I've just said, inconsistency is pretty much the key word for Ipswich. If you disagree, Ipswich fans, please let me know in the comments down below. But for me, the inconsistency means that you're slightly off of the playoff pace. Currently sitting 10th, 5 points away from the Rovers, so this game is a bit of a 6-pointer for both teams. For the Rovers to kind of keep hold of that playoff spot and open the gap up a little bit more, and then Ipswich, of course, to close that gap. And Ipswich, you have got 1 more game played than the Rovers at the minute, so I'd say slightly more important for Ipswich than Rovers, but still very important game for us too. Ipswich are currently the lowest scoring team in the top half of the table with 31 goals, but having said that, don't concede too many either. I think the third or fourth lowest conceding team in the league. I may be wrong with that one, but yeah, 27 goals conceded, so decent defensively, not too sharp going forwards, and hopefully that continues on Saturday. But a fantastic 1-0 away win against high-flying Hull on Tuesday night, so potentially the confidence is there to continue that into Saturday. I hope not. Unfortunately for the Rovers, our game on Tuesday against Blackpool was postponed due to a waterlogged pitch, and I don't normally back referees up, but I think I've got to on this one. I think he made the right decision. The ball just wasn't moving very well. It wasn't moving at all really. Put it on the floor, kicked it, and it went about 5 yards and just stopped dead. And referees have got to think of the player welfare, and I think he did I think he made the right decision. But what that does for both Blackpool and the Rovers is add more strain to an already congested schedule, very packed schedule coming up to the end of the season. I think we've maybe got 1 or 2 Tuesdays free. There is the option, I believe, of shuffling the Easter weekend around, so rather than playing Friday and Monday, can play Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday. So there is that option of shuffling things around. I think we'll probably have to. Fingers crossed the EFL let us. If not, it's going to be very, very congested come the end of the season. And that could have a negative effect for us, having to rotate players and not really having that rest between games. Could make or break a season. So very unfortunate for us not to play on Tuesday night. Not playing saw us drop to 6th, but with our games in hand, we've got to win them. Need the points on the board. It could pull us up to 3rd. With us not playing on Tuesday, could have 1 or 2 effects to us on Saturday. It could mean that we've got a little bit more energy. Ipswich playing Hull on Tuesday. They've not had the same amount of rest as us, so it could work in our favour in terms of that. But it could have also hindered us, because I think on Saturday, the second half against Hull, we were fantastic, and I thought that might have been a springboard to go into Blackpool and put on a decent performance there, what we don't generally do. So yeah, might have hindered us stopping that momentum, but we will find out on Saturday when the game starts. Hopefully the performance level from the second half against Hull is there against Ipswich and not the first half. If it's the first half's performance, I'm not looking forward to it one bit. But first time in a long time that we've not had a competitive match midweek, so hopefully the players are well rested, and the preparations have been good for the Ipswich game, which I'm sure they will have been. Darren Moore's very particular, goes through things with a fine tooth comb, so I think the preparation will have been done properly regardless of the postponement on Tuesday night. So looking forward to this one on Saturday. Moving on to player focus, I am going with Josh Sims this week. So glad Josh Sims rejoined in January. I thought he was going to a championship team, and his championship quality as a player, his form before his injury at the start of the season was absolute fire. Just fantastic player. He looks a league above, maybe a couple of leagues above. His class shows through. Pace, just everything about him. Fantastic player, great to watch, and scares a lot of League One players. So fantastic to see him back. I'm just hoping that he can grab that form that he had before his injury. And for me, this is a perfect opportunity for Josh Sims to put himself in the window. Even if we get promoted, I think we'll be very, very lucky to keep hold of him next year. He's out of contract. I think there's more established championship teams who will come knocking and asking for Josh Sims' signature, in my opinion. Fantastic player. Glad we've got him until the end of the season. Hopefully, as he's getting his fitness back, he finds that form, and that midfield is just starting to click together, especially with Omar Bogle and John Bostock as well. So positive, but for me, Josh Sims, a fantastic addition in January, and it shows intent from the Rovers to get top 6 at least. Moving on to the opponent, Ipswich, founded in 1878, currently managed by Paul Lambert. Ipswich fans please, your thoughts on him in the comments down below. Personally, I'm surprised he's still the manager at Ipswich. I feel they're underachieving since they've dropped down from the Championship. But in terms of tactics, he's not that bad a manager. Sets up very similar to what Darren Moore does, 4-2-3-1, sometimes a 4-3-3. But just not quite getting the results that I think the squad and the fans should be expecting. So yeah, very surprised it's still manager. I may be well off the mark, please Ipswich fans, correct me if I am. But they're just my thoughts. Looking back at some honours for Ipswich, going back not too long ago, 40 years or so. Championship winners in 1991-92 season, Premier League winners or the First Division back then in the 1961-62 season, but the big one for me, Europa League winners in the 1980-81 season. So 40-year anniversary for Ipswich winning the Europa League. So they've got that calibre and that history. They're in the league for a reason. Everybody's in the divisions that they're in because of how they've been run or how they've performed on the pitch. But Ipswich for me are one of those League One giants who you look at and think that's a big scalp to take, and that's the reason why top flight winners, European trophy, they need to be back up in the Championship. So I think games like this, where it's a 6-pointer, are really vital for them to try and get back out of this league. Tough league to get out of though. And for me, the player who would help them get out of the league is Alan Judge. He's the one that I'm focusing on for Ipswich. He's the player to watch in my opinion. Being in the headlines recently for coming head to head with the referee Darren Drysdale. And again, I don't normally stick up for referees, but on this one, I kind of get why he's done it. I don't think there's enough respect for referees, and Alan Judge was pecking his head a little bit, but for me the referee should remain professional and manage the game a little bit better. But I think from a higher level, referees should maybe get a little bit more protection or have more power in terms of stopping that verbal abuse they sometimes get from the players. Rugby referees, they have the respect. I don't think football referees do. Comments are open to that debate, but yeah, Alan Judge soon back down. But footballing wise, fantastic player. 5 assists and a couple of goals this season. Definitely one to watch for Ipswich, and I think if he's there pulling the strings and getting into positions to create, we could be in some trouble. Generally plays on the left hand side. Our right hand side is notoriously a weak point, so I think Alan Judge could have some joy down there. Hopefully not as much joy as what Aidan McGeady did, especially with Norwood up top as well. It could be carbon copy. I hope not, really hope not. But yeah, I think if we hit him and stop him from playing, we've got a good chance of coming away with something on Saturday. On to the Predictions League table. So obviously no game on Tuesday night, so no movement in the table. We all made our predictions. Dad was a little bit late, so he predicted a postponement, but it doesn't count because the game will get replayed. So the table sits like this. Max on top on 18 points with Dad. Chris in second on 17 points, and then I am still rock bottom on 14 points. So I'm hoping that this score prediction is spot on. And it's a tough one. Ipswich, good performance and a good result against Hull. We've not really been in form over the last 4 games especially, but I think the new additions are starting to gel. As I said earlier in the video, Bostock, Bogle, Sims, Robertson had a fantastic game a couple of games back. And I just think they're getting their match fitness up to the level that other players have got. I'm thinking that's starting to gel, and our performances are starting to go back to the levels that we saw in that run of 10 games where we won 9. So I'm hoping that that continues. I'm hoping that the springboard from the second half against Hull gets us into this game. Decent performance. I think we're going to bring the 3 points home against the lowest scoring team in the top half of the table. I'm going with a 2-0 Rovers win. Fingers crossed that's spot on. Get the 3 points on the Predictions League table, get the 3 points on the League One table, and it's all looking much better. And that's where I'm going to leave this video. If you've enjoyed it, please stick a big thumbs up on it for us. Please comment in the section down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Once again, congratulations to Darren for winning the competition. There's still a chance for you to donate to the crowdfunder. I'll link that in the description down below, so please go and have a look at that. And all that's left for me to say is thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.